welcome to Board Game Empire. We are going to be showing you, we don't want to spoil anything, so this is an escape room game. So basically, we're only going to go through a couple of puzzles on the tutorial, and full disclosure, this is our first time ever playing this type of game, so just to learn the game quickly, we're going to show you the two puzzles we already basically solved, so we won't give you the answer on one of them, but we'll kind of show you just so you could see how to play the game. It's pretty simple, and it's really fun. We're actually glad that we have the opportunity to do this game because we're going to finish playing it as soon as we're done with the video. We're going to finish playing this puzzle. So you get the rule book, and it basically, if you've played these games before, they said there's no reason to read the book. You can just skip to, I think, it tells you where, it's very instructive. It tells you where you can skip to if you've played one of their games before. But basically you get map cards, which start with the letter C, location cards, which start with the letter L, and stress cards, they're red, and they start with the letter S. And you use the stress cards when you run out of the allocated action tokens. And then you get 4 progress tokens. So basically we're doing the tutorial. There was 3 case files, file 1, 2, and 3. So they suggest you start them in order. So we're doing file 1, Elizabeth Weber, but we're just doing the tutorial. So I'll read the prologue really quick. As every week you're cleaning up your house, nobody is here, so there'll be no distractions. It's best to start from Ben's office. When Ben is your husband, a security systems specialist. The moment you enter, the door slams shut behind you and all security systems go online. Ben has warned you that this could happen. Unfortunately, you left your phone in the living room, so there's no way for you to call him. However, you still remember him saying, to leave the office, you'll have to shut down each of the machines there and unlock the security systems. The losers will power down, and you will be able to leave without a problem. So basically, she's stuck in his office because he's got all these security systems. So first thing it tells you to do is read paragraph P015. And if you see in the book, and you want to not read the other paragraphs because it'll spoil the other puzzles for you. So, and it says right here, if you want to skip the tutorial, you start on page 7. We're doing the tutorial so we won't spoil the actual puzzles for anyone. Plus, we needed to learn how to play this game. We've never done one of these before. So, and they have them on the left of the page, which paragraphs they are to help you so you won't accidentally see. So you'll kind of want to cover, we're supposed to do P015. Your ears start to hurt from the alarm vibrating in the room. You must find a way to turn it off and get out of here. Prepare the game board, place it on the table with the gridded side face up. Take locations cards 1 and 19. Take the map card C143, so you find the one, and you want to only show the tops of the cards so you won't spoil any of the future puzzles for yourself. And they have a card that says spoiler alert to block the bottoms. So we're looking for 143. I'm almost there.
There's so many cards.
Okay, so this is the map card to help. It has grids so you know which part of the room you are looking. And you also, you probably can't see it, but it matches the pictures you see here, and it shows you what orientation to place them.
Yeah, okay.
And from what we can figure, it doesn't matter where you put them on this board. You're playing off of these cards, not this.
Yeah.
So you put them together. That's the correct orientation based on the map card. And P015. Place location cards on the game board according to the map card. The map card will help you place the elements in their proper areas. We take 6 action tokens and place one of them on area C3. So there's grid C3. So right there, you've already used up one of your action tokens by doing this paragraph. And you read the proper paragraph P010, which is actually right across from it. You can forgive your husband a lot, but losers are a bit too much. Take card 001, so that's the very top card. You will be placing progress tokens in order to gain access to its text. So you can see there's 3 blue dots on this card. So the only purpose of this card right now is you just put it in your area, and you're going, before you can move further to read that particular paragraph, you have to gain 3 progress tokens to place on that card. Now choose any part of the room you want to explore. To proceed, place an action token on the chosen area of the map and read the paragraph it leads you to. You may repeat this multiple times as long as you have action tokens. If you run out of action tokens, you may take a stress card. It will provide you with more choices. So we're going to choose the same choices that we chose while we were practicing.
Yeah.
So first we chose grid P04, which is right here. It's this laptop on the table. So that means we read paragraph P004. Okay. Ben's computer. It's a good thing that he set up an account for you. Still, maybe it's better to log onto his account. You must decide which account to choose. Knowing your husband, you'll find something that will help you open the safe on his computer. So, underneath the paragraph, you'll see the red line. There's an action underneath. Not all of them have actions, but this one says take card C063. And this is a puzzle card. Find its symbol in the app. And there is an app, I forgot to mention that you download prior to starting the game. And you don't have to have internet. Once you've downloaded the game, it keeps your progress in whatever device you have. So there's a little QR code you could scan, or you can find the app. You can go to their website. And if you want to ever reset the game, you can reset it and start over. But this is where your puzzles are located for you to input the answers, and they kind of guide you to the next location. And this game, the way it's made is your decision determines where you go next. So there are wrong answers in a sense, but there's really no wrong answers, because if you guess the one that they don't want, the path they don't want you to go down, they steer you, kind of go a longer way to get to the same place, I guess is a good way to put it. So we need to, you didn't get that card, where was I? P04. 063. I thought that's what you were going to do.
This game's a lot of fun.
I love this
Figure
game.
it out.
Okay, so the 063 is a puzzle card, and it has a picture of a cat with her name under it, and a picture of the dog with Ben's name under it, and the word password. So what it's asking us to do is we need to choose whose computer are we going to log into, try to log into, and we got to figure out the password. There's not enough information for us right now to know what that password is, so we lay this card here, and we could go in the app, FD, which is this in the bottom right corner, the pink.
Yeah.
And you can, it has how many digits it's looking for, and you can put check if you want to see if you're right.
Also, you press check, and it'll tell you how many letters or...
It already has the little slashes or the number of letters.
Yeah, but I'm talking about when I did it, it tells you if you don't have enough, but it's supposed to be 8 or 10 digits.
And then it has flashing needed cards. It says you need 2 puzzle cards to figure this one out. So, and then you can get hints if you're kind of stuck. But it's kind of early on, so we really don't need a hint at this point.
Yeah.
All you do is you just find another area, and you pretty much know that you're probably going to find your answer. So we're going to go over to, there's a picture here of the same picture in the room of the cat and the dog. And according to the grid, that's P020. So, our darling pets. It's great that Ben has their photo. Take card C037. This is a puzzle card. Find its symbol in the app. So he's going to find the corresponding card that's in the action. And if you notice, they have the same puzzle code, FD. So what they're telling us is his name is Stegosaurus. The cat's name is Nightwalker. So if you remember, the previous paragraph said you need to decide whose computer do you want to try to get into. But remember, he's a security specialist, so the odds of him using a dog's name for his password is probably pretty low. So we're going to go into hers, which is Nightwalker, is the name of the cat.
Yeah.
So,
Going backwards.
so we typed that in. He got into puzzle FD.
Thank you.
Typed in Nightwalker. Check our answer. And it said, correct password. Read paragraph
That's helpful.
P022. So we're done with these cards. So we're just going to set them aside.
Yeah.
And you only place the progress tokens when instructed by the game. So I'm assuming we have not done enough to get a progress token. Okay, so 22. You managed to log into your account. You see some weirdly oddly looking photos on your desktop. So then it tells you to discard cards C37 and C63. So obviously the decision we made means we won't be using those map cards. But it says take card C048. This is a puzzle card. So we need to find C048.
It also darkens it once you solved it. So
That's helpful.
in the app.
And we're not going to discard those cards. We'll just leave them in there right now.
Yeah.
So we have they're weird pictures that were on her desktop. And before, we had went a different route, so we already know what these are for. We immediately recognize these as soon as we saw them. But right now, if this is your first area you search, you'd be like, what the heck is that? So we're going to set this aside. It's puzzle code FF whenever we feel we can solve it. Before that, we went to the safe. So we'll go to the safe, P019. Bin safe. You must get into it if you want to turn off the printer, as the off switch does not work. All the device wires are hidden inside. Take card C44. So, spoiler, this is the two areas you need for these two puzzle cards.
Yeah.
And so we already solved this puzzle. We will not tell you the answer because we don't want to ruin it for anyone.
Yeah.
But, should I give them the hint of how we solved it?
Yeah. We figured out, well, I figured out pretty much in the first try. It was
So
kind of shocked that it was first try.
So you kind of want to look, there's a symbol on the safe, an odd symbol. If you really look at those pictures, you could kind of see it's pieces of the symbol. So you need to use these pictures and symbols to figure out basically what the combination is to the safe. We already figured it out, so we're not going to tell you the answer because that's a big part of this game is figuring that out. But we will give you that hint since it's just a tutorial. And so if you want to enter in your answer, we won't show them the answer, but it's FF.
And what you're going to want to do is the darkened areas, you're going to want to keep turning these. And I'll give you a hint. Pretty much the little arrows
The notch.
pretty much indicates where it is in the little circle here. And so you're going to want to keep, like, I guess I'll give you the first one. This one, you notice how the dark area is straight and then it curves like that. So this is going to be your first one and point straight. So it's going to point right there. So you go, and then you just going to want, it gets harder because some of them are extremely
Because they're very
small.
magnified.
Yeah.
And so you're just going to want to keep turning it until you get the combination.
And you
Yeah,
can
that's hard.
enter as many times as you want, I think, in the puzzle. So there's no penalty if you guess the wrong answer. So are you going to type in your answer and not let them see?
Yeah, I'll do it over here so it's not over there.
We don't want to spoil it. That kind of ruins
Right.
the whole game.
But this is fun.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to finish the tutorial once
Yeah.
we're done filming this video. We didn't want to do the whole thing, but we needed to show you enough so you kind of get the concept of it.
Open P21.
P21. So he put the answer in the app, and P21 says to you open the safe with the fuse box. So see, it's showing we've solved 2 puzzles.
Yeah.
And so we're done with these cards. So they say you can just discard them once you're done with them. You won't be using them unless they have, like this one has a little asterisk.
Mm-hmm.
If they have a little symbol of an asterisk, greater than, or the hashtag symbol, you don't want to discard those. And actually 3 of those have those symbols. They have asterisks because you will be using them, I believe, later in another story.
Oh.
That's what I got from when I read
Or
through
the
the rules.
non-tutorial part of it.
Yeah, and it made it sound like, I don't think it'd be used in stories in different sets, but I could be wrong. Okay, so it says, is it 20? That's the one I'm supposed to be reading? Or no, being safe. You manage to, okay, you
21.
open the safe. Here we go. With the fuse box, you have to insert the proper fuses in order to get into the printer wires. So they're telling you 2 cards to discard again. So obviously, because we got here, we don't need to do those puzzles. And you take card C55.
Yeah.
We're going to stop here.
We can.
Okay, so we're going to just stop here because we don't want to continue
Right.
to spoil the game.
Yeah.
So this is a very fun game.
It's pretty enjoyable to solve the puzzles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is probably something that I could see a lot of families doing together.
Mm-hmm.
And just, weekend and just try and solve probably as many puzzles as they can before they go to bed. And that way the kids would be, they're, tired from using their brain.
And these do take a while. They did say, because there's actually 3 stories. And it was like 300 hours total.
360.
Wow,
If you sat down and played all of them in one
360
setting, it's
360 minutes,
Wow.
which I think, from what I see on YouTube, people said it takes between 2 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
each puzzle, or all 3 of them.
The whole whole game.
Oh wow, okay. So if you want to do it in pieces, they did say they suggest you finish a location before you stop. But there is a log in the back of the rule book where you can write down where you stopped. So, like for us, I mean, we're busy, Quentin's in school, and so during the week, we would only have a small period of time that we could play this game.
Yeah.
So, for us, that's a great thing. We'll probably finish the tutorial tonight, but then we'll do the other stories later when we have time. Because we really like this game, and it's definitely a good game for a filler to do some puzzles and to finish where you left off. Like, we haven't gotten any of the progress tokens yet, so we haven't even got that far.
Yeah.
I don't even know how long the tutorial takes, but definitely it would be a perfect game for a family to, or you can play solo.
Yeah.
As a child, I was an only child till I was 12, and I would have loved this because I was always begging my parents to play games, and they were busy, and they would play games with me, but I would have. I loved puzzles, and I would have enjoyed doing this by myself. I would be begging them to buy me another one, the next one, if these were around when I was a kid. So definitely, it's a great game. I would suggest checking it out, and we'll put the link for this product in the description. So if you want to check it out for yourself. And is there anything else you need to say?
No.
Yeah.
So, as always, please support us by liking and subscribing to our channel, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
Bye.
Bye.